I'm an Oldguy Gaming, and we're going to continue working on our capital ship. So by this point, it's Sunday afternoon for me, but by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday morning. And if you've been sticking with me, then you'll know that I have released several of these build videos back to back, because what we're trying to do is get our capital ship finished for our contest on Wednesday, March the 13th. And so I'm pretty much just, focusing on this and fast tracking it and getting it done so that we can be ready for that contest. Okay. And if you didn't know about that, on March 13th, this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, we will be having any build contest. So people can enter their original builds. It has to be an original build, not one that you pulled off the workshop and modified from somebody else. In the 4 classes, SV, HV, CV, and base. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with that contest. And the winners of the contest will have their builds featured here on my YouTube channel, on my good buddy Stock Gaming YouTube channel. And we'll also have a few game keys to give away as well. So it should be a lot of fun. So if you guys are around on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time and you want to come and watch, or even better, participate and enter with your original build, stop by the Discord. You can find the link to the Discord in the About section of the YouTube channel and get the information. All right, so let's get this thing started. Oh, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, too. Appreciate that, as always. So in the last episode, we did go out and do a little bit of mining, and we raided the Armory POI. So I'm doing quite well now on supplies. I've already smelted a lot of the ore that we got, but we got just a buttload of iron and silicon. Got a couple of stacks of promethium and a little bit of pentaxid and stuff. I also completely cleared all deposits off on the moon. So the next time we go there, it's asteroid mining all the way, which is absolutely fantastic. I'd much rather mine an asteroid than a deposit. It's so much easier. And so yeah, we're sitting pretty good on supplies. I should have in here a bunch of fuel cooking up, or I guess it's done. And I changed a little bit of the routing too. So basically, I'm now using these color-coded bins that correspond to the constructor as inputs, but I'm just having to put everything into the blue container as an output. So we have 552 fusion cells, which is amazing. And then I also made some normal promo packs as well. So yeah, everything is now putting, with the exception of the furnace, everything else is now outputting to the blue cargo box rather than into the input. And I think it's just a little neater that way, because the input of our red cargo box, which is our main constructor, has got a lot of stuff in it, quite full. But we are also doing pretty good. You're getting a tiny bit low on Zascosium, but I don't think there's a whole lot more than I need to make that's going to require large quantities of that. So we should have everything we need resource-wise to finish this build. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what we're going to focus on primarily in this episode is the bridge. So let me see if there's anything I want to grab out here. Let's grab those. We're going to need those. We're probably going to want some lights. We're going to want the consoles for sure, maybe some rails. I'm going to look at that little small constructor too and just see what that's all about. We might, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to put the repair console on the bridge. That's going to need to be back on the deck where, where the actual bay itself is going to be. So, yeah, let's grab the blocks. Don't think I'll need the stairs or the force fields, but let's grab them anyways, and maybe some signs. Oh, I want to put some plants down in the commons area too. Well, if I have a spot that I can put them down. And no, we don't need that. Let's grab some of those oxy tanks, and we'll grab these fusion cells so we can keep the ship powered as we are working on it. All right, so let's hop on in here. Put our light on. Now, something that's you guys may have noticed, and that sort of kind of bothers me, but I don't know what to do about it, is that, when we power this ship on, I really like... I can't get through this door without gravity. All right, let's power it on. I really like the way that the lighting works on the outside of the ship, the exterior. Let's just take a quick peek at that. In fact, this entire ship, if this is the first time you've ever watched me, this entire ship is called the Blacklight. That's what I named it because it has a really cool looking blacklight, type of feel to it with the way the lighting works. And I really like the outside of the ship. I like the range and the intensity on the lights. I think it works. But one problem that we run into is that it also makes things kind of saturated on the interior of the ship lighting wise. And because I think it's more important for the character of the ship to have this lighting on the outside, we're going to probably just have to live with it. And it's just going to have to be, the way that it is on the inside here. I just noticed this. Oh, you know what? We have a couple. Oh, that's from all the stuff we did the other day. Okay, here, I gotta fix something here really quick. So let's get our paint gun out. I want this to be on black, but I want to make sure that it's not on whole block. There may be a couple of other areas too that have changed from our work on the inside, so if we come across those, we will definitely fix them up. So we'll get these sills all painted black, and then we'll head on inside and get to working on the bridge. Okay, I think that's good. Let's go on in through here. I am going to be putting some equipment up on this upper deck, like a oxygen station and probably even a med bay, because I think we're going to probably be using this bay the most with the J-Jet when we're out and about. I mean, the Cylon Raider is really cool, but unless I can figure out a way to rework it with the cockpit design, we may not actually be using it a whole lot just because you get stuck in it, with the way things work now. But I think I can probably redo the J-Jet so that we don't have that problem. But yeah, here's the Raider here, and the way that this is put together is pretty important to the shape of the ship. So I just don't know how I could change this, without dramatically changing the design of the ship and what it's meant to be. So anyway, I'm not worried about that right now, though. That is just not in our purview at the moment. We're focusing on a cap ship. Okay, so we need to go up this way. And we'll come around here. So we finished the commons area yesterday. And you know what? I don't think... Well, you know what we might be able to do? Let's just see what this looks like. Nah, there's no place for me to put a plant in here. That kind of sucks. Unless we take out the glass, which I like the glass. I think it works and it looks good, but it does prevent us from being able to put stuff on the sides. What if we pull this out and we'll put a plant in here? And which plant do we want to put in here? Artificial indoor plant, bush, fire palm tree, tentacle tree, artificial indoor plant. Mega onion flower? Let's do the fire palm tree. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, actually, you know what, though? That doesn't look really good, does it? It looks like it's kind of dead, even though I know that's what it's supposed to look like. All right, let's not do that. I don't think we really want a bush. Excuse me. How about that fern? Let's just go with the fern. That looks okay. Okay. So, I'm wondering if this is going to be a problem. Because in know, if we get into a situation where, let's say we lose power and we don't have our gravity generator, we're not going to be able to get through here. See, if I am on my jetpack, you know, I guess it's assuming that I'm still a few inches off the ground with the jetpack on, so it doesn't let me get through that. So that could be a problem. That could be a problem, guys. One way to deal with it, I guess, is to pull the ramp back further. All right, well, let's keep that option in mind. And what I'm going to do is let's put an X on here just to remind myself not to put anything there at the moment, unless we get to a point where we've you know, decide we have to. We don't have a choice. So we'll mark that off for now. Okay, so these blocks here, I am not able to change the color on this surface without also changing it on the outside surface. So I suppose one way we could get around that is just to make the entire floor that color. Let's try that and see what it looks like. I think we're talking that color there. Because we can still keep the ceiling the white color. Whoops. That was all black, wasn't it? Yeah. Or you know what else we could do? Maybe we just make the outer blocks this color. And we could change the inner blocks to this other blue, which I kind of like. There, let's just use gravity for now. Oh my gosh, that thing's driving me nuts. Huh. I really wish there's a way you could turn these damn things off. NPCs can open door. Yeah, there's no way that I can see that I can turn it off and make it manual. Okay, well, I mean, if it drives me absolutely batty, I might temporarily take it out. You know, one way we could actually solve this problem is to go back to the elevator plan. I kind of like the stairs better, but that gun didn't bring any elevators with me. I think I have some in here. Let's grab some of that stuff too. Okay. So that's let's change this to that texture that we like. This one here. No, not that one. This one. Okay, and then we will put an elevator down there. And we'll make it blue. See, now that way, even if we do lose power, we can still get through. So, yeah, kind of sucks. I really did like the stairs idea, but I think we're going to go with this, unless we can build this out to where this block is free and we can actually make a stairs out of it. So let's not give up on that idea quite yet. Alright. I think I painted that this color, didn't I? Didn't quite look like I did. Alright, maybe we make this front section the same blue color here. We also have... These aren't the right textures for these blocks either. They're supposed to be by default this texture. Hope that doesn't mess anything up outside. I guess we'll find out if it did. Okay. Alright, that does it. You're coming out. Annoying son of a bitch. Okay, so now for the floor, I wonder if we want to change the texture of the floor in here to maybe this. We were using this on the ceiling. So we could maybe continue with that theme. And I actually liked it without any color at all, just its default color based upon the way the lights would shine on it. Okay. Let's go with this for up here. Whoop. All right. So I'm gonna use that for the time being, but if we decide something else is in order, we will change it. Actually, I am thinking we probably should have some ventilation in here. Actually, we should probably have some ventilation for real in here, in addition to what's on the other side of this block here? Okay, so if we actually made this a vent, shoot. I was gonna say we could have it ventilate in the bridge. Well, no, you know what? We don't want to do that. Yeah, so let's stick this here. And I've been painting all the vents black. Okay, so that gives us our ventilation. So let's see. This is a cockpit. And I think it's the only cockpit that we have, the only option we have. By the way, I'm going to put another cockpit somewhere else in the ship too. Not just have one up in front here. So that way, if the bridge does actually get breached, then we can, we're not SOL. So let's pick that guy up. And I was gonna make the floor probably something like this. And then along the edges, let's go with this little vent job that we've been doing. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the symmetry plane back on. So let's repaint this now back to the colors that it was. So the ones out on the edges were this blue. In fact, we did that all the way up to here. And then this part of the floor was this blue. Oh, you know what? Doggone it. I have this. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I have these going the wrong way. Those are okay. Oh, we have, I think, wait, do we have to take the symmetry plane off? Because it's flipping the other side, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So those are correct, and those are correct. But I want these to turn this direction. And those need to be flipped that direction. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, put this guy back on. Go back to our paint gun. The darker blue goes along the outside. Here, an actual jet going by outside. And then this blue goes here. Okay, good. So that fixes that all up. Now, for our cockpit. All right, so we do have captain's chair. Oh, captain's chair. That's kind of cool. We're not going to be able to raise it up, though. So everything here has to be on the same level. And we can't put any blocks any further forward than that. We were... Wait a minute, though. Didn't we have that one forward more? No, I guess we didn't. I like that cockpit. We can only go that far with it, though. So maybe what we do here... Can we... Alright, we could put a cockpit there. And maybe we put another one to the opposite side of it. So one is kind of like the, well, do we want to do that though? I don't know if I want to have multiple cockpits on the bridge is the thing. What do we have for... What do we have for this stuff in the way of seats? Yeah, there isn't really anything here that makes sense for a bridge, I think. Okay, what about this? Lab table. Yeah, there's not a whole lot here that makes sense either. Okay, well, I think what we're going to have to do then for aesthetic reasons is we can put multiple cockpits in here, and I think the way that it works is whoever sits down first is the one that's actually controlling the ship. Because this is the kind of look that I want, right? I mean, that looks cool. That's definitely something that you would, you know, a helmsman would be using. And the helmsman really should be out in front, just like Star Trek, right? The only thing I don't like about this, though, is it's not centered. But you know what, though? That's not necessarily a problem. Let's just go ahead and put it there. Okay. And we need to make more cockpits, though. So let's go do that. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. And I think we're actually going to be able to pull this block out and go back to our stairs setup. So let's get this textured here first. And then we'll put our stairs back in. And we'll make those black. So now, even if we don't have gravity, we can still get out of the bridge and back in here. Back. Okay. So, now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our cockpits. And we're also going to put in a bunch of these console thingamahoosamawazamits. All right, so captain's chair goes right in the middle. And then we're going to put this holographic screen right there. And we'll put this holographic screen right there. Now we're going to go back to cockpits. And we're going to use this one for the helmsman and this one for the navigator. Okay. Now, over here, we're going to put in this big cockpit here again. And it's going to go all the way there, and we're going to put another one on this side too. Oh, you know what we could do? Maybe I'll put them there. Because then it kind of blocks off the stairwell so we don't fall into it. Alright. Okay. Oh, there goes the timer. I'm going to keep you with me a little bit longer so we can get this done, though. Okay, so back in this corner, we're going to put this console here. Oh, you know what, though? No, that's not gonna work the way I want it to. All right, yeah, let's go back to our original plan. So let's pull these up. And I want to put the cockpits over here. So one in that corner and one in that corner. Okay. Now, let's take a console, and we can put that big long one there, like so. And this one, we're going to use this guy. And we'll put this little map job right there. Okay. Now over here we could put the media center. And over here we can put the computer table, maybe. We can't put anything back in there, unfortunately. Let me look at something here. If we put that there instead, so let's pull that back up. How big is this small constructor? Just so we have a constructor on the bridge if we wanted to use it to make something quickly. That might not be a bad idea to do that. Alright, so this is one possible arrangement. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways we could do this. Might be better to swap places with these. Just because that media console's a little bit larger. Media center, I should say. And then we can put the computer desk. Yeah. Not sure if I like that either. What about something like that? It's too bad we couldn't put stuff back in those gaps, but we can't, unfortunately. Well, you know, I was thinking about the armor locker. Since we're putting and it might not be a bad idea to put an O2 station up here too, just so we have it. We don't want to do the repair station because it's pretty damn big. But we could put an O2 station up here. Let's just look at that. It's kind of a balance between, you know, the decoration that we want and also just being practical. I'm going to actually have a few more of these throughout the ship, so let's make more than just one. Okay. We just need the one for now. So the idea being, you know, when we come back into the ship, if we enter through this way, we don't have to run all the way back to the back of the ship to refill our oxygen or, you know, change our armor or whatever. Okay, so if we're going to do that, let's rethink this just a little bit here. What if we pulled up this guy? things are kind of big. I want to keep these here because they're actual seats that people can sit in. Let's get that out of the way too. But what we might be able to do, though, is move them up closer. Here, let's just pull everything back up for a second. Okay, so grab the cockpits. So that's as far forward as we can put it. Okay, so now we could stick this in the corner here, like so, and we could put this guy. Oh, that's right, this thing's 2 blocks high. Alright, you know what then? Whoops. This is going to have to go down here somewhere. But I do want it, I still want it close to the bridge though. Just don't know where the hell I'm going to put it though. What if we took that glass out and flipped it around? Oh, we can't. Shoot. Well, dang it. Dang it, man. Damn it, Jim. The only way we're going to get an oxygen station up here is if we lay it on its side, and then it's going to look stupid. Unless... What would happen if we pulled this back out? And stuck it in the floor. How come that doesn't want to turn? Huh. I did have... It is on change and rotate, right? Oh, that's because you can only do it with one block. That's right. You can only use that on single block devices. Okay. So we could put that there. What's that make things look like down here? It does look a little weird. On the other hand, though, we could access it from down here too. I almost wonder if we're going to do that. Well, okay, we have a new problem though, don't we? We no longer have a seal on our bridge. Because I don't think this thing is airtight. No. Okay, that's not going to work. We're just not going to be able to have an oxygen station on the bridge. That's all there is to it. Because I don't want to tip it upside or put it on its side. I don't think it's going to look good if we do it that way. Okay, so let's get our glass back in place here. can't we put a single piece in here? No, there's something blocking it. Oh, it's this window here, right, okay. I knew there was a reason why I didn't do that, I just couldn't remember what that reason was. Okay, so that's back together. Whoop. We want this and this. Okay. So the O2 station's not going to work, unfortunately. I wish we could use a smaller version of that. But we can't, so we've got to make do. What happened to that? Here it is. But if we want to put this guy up here, we could. We can have him there, so that way it's available to us if we needed it. Needed to make something up here and didn't want to run all the way down to the crafting bay to do it. Right? Okay, I think that works pretty good. Now, what we want to do here, let's get this... let's use that down there. So now it's just a matter of what we want to kind of fill in around the stairs here. And that's back to these deco blocks. Or console blocks, rather. So, let's see. We could... Let's go back to this guy here. And we'll flip him down there. Let's put maybe this one here. And then over on this side, we can put... We already used him, right? Maybe we put that there. And then I'm thinking maybe the computer desk goes here. And that, I think that does it, guys. I think that's going to be our bridge. Like I said, I wished I could put something else in there, but I don't think we can't do it. Yeah. Because of the angle of this glass here. Okay. Let's also change this to, you know, kind of like the walkway idea. Do we want to also do something like that? Nah. I think that gets to be a little too much. Let's put that back the way it was. Maybe the captain's chair can have something different. What would look good for that? How about that? And we'll give it a different color blue. Let's go with that one. All right. Well, I think we're going to call this one good. So we have an armor locker. Whoops. Keep hitting the wrong doggone buttons here. Let's make this that blue, and we'll make the constructor yellow because, you know, for yellow construction color, I guess. Let's paint all of these black. Let's make these... Ooh. Blue. We'll make the captain's chair. Maybe that blue. Those can be black. Good. Let's make that green. Why? I don't know. We just will. Do we hit that? Yeah. Alright, guys. I think that's it. I think we are done with the bridge for this ship. So I'm going to put the annoying... shutter door back in. And you need to flip down this way. And you need to be black. Okay, I think this came together pretty good. I like it. Might seem just a tad bit busy. What if we replace this one with something not quite so in your face? Like that one, maybe? So we're not blocking the window so much. Okay, that's it. So, next up for the build is, in the next episode, is we are going to start working on the crafting bay next. And we're going to set up constructors, and we're going to set up cargo bins and logistics, mess with that sort of thing. We have a little bit of painting to do and some other equipment to put on the upper deck too. So let me get all that stuff lined up and made and ready to go. And then I'll bring you guys back in the next episode, and we will work on the crafting deck, the hover. We'll call it the hover deck, but it's also, you know, manufacturing. Will be the manufacturing deck too. Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. I do live stream several times a week on Twitch. You can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. Don't forget, this Wednesday, March the 13th, we are going to have our Any Build I keep saying giveaway. Any Build contest where people can submit original builds, enter original builds, and viewers can vote on it. And those who win the contest will be featured on my YouTube channel, on my buddy Stock Gaming's YouTube channel, and we also have a couple of game key giveaways for the winners too.